Welcome to today's live stream, everyone. I'm just waiting for confirmation on audio and video quality, and then we'll start. Waiting for people to join in. Once more people are in, and I get a confirmation on audio and video, we'll begin today's live stream. Thank you for the confirmation, Jayan. I'll be starting. Just give me 1 minute. So once again, welcome everyone to today's live stream. So I hope you all are using the Strike platform and using it for your analysis. The URL is web.strike.money. Without much delay, let's dive into today's stream and let's see what the market has in store for us. So if you get any questions in between, just put your comments in the live stream and I'll be responding to those. So today is the first Wednesday wherein we have the Bank Nifty expiring on a Wednesday for the first time, and Nifty, as usual, will be having a weekly expiry tomorrow. So it's first such day, and we did see some kind of pressure from the opening. And while the indices are not much down, Nifty is down about 0.25%, and Bank Nifty is down 0.5%. But we did see some kind of selling pressure in the morning, and right now we look to be probably consolidating in that range. So there's a comment. Nifty seems to be doing 1212. Okay, yeah, we'll look at that. So the summary of till today, till now, has been that only 17 of the Nifty stocks are up, while in Nifty 500, 225 stocks are up. So overall breadth is not as good as it has been in the last couple of sessions, but overall the indices are not much down. In terms of options, why? So Nifty, the highest call OI is at around 1 second. Highest call is at 19600 and 19500 has decent amount of put writing as well as call writing. And right now the spot levels of the index are 19530. So it tested 19500 and from there on it seemed to have given some kind of recovery. So 19500 is a good support on the way down for Nifty, and 19600 is a near-term resistance level. For Bank Nifty, as today itself is the expiry, we have a lot of call open interest at 44,300, 400, as well as 44,500. So all these levels are going to be hurdle for the remaining part of the session. Right now, Bank Nifty is at 44,320 as per spot levels, and as you can see, there is a huge amount of call writing at all these levels, but there is also a good amount of put writing on 44,200 and 44,300. So if it is able to sustain above 44,300 decisively, then it would head to the next levels. But only 1 hour of market timing is left, so it can be a sideways consolidation as well. So let's see what the market has in store for us. So what I would like to directly jump on into is the heat map section to see where the action has been, and not as surprisingly, you can see the top indices on top are Nifty Healthcare Index and Nifty Pharma. Now, why did I say not surprised? Because yesterday we checked the seasonality for both of this, and it seemed to be for the next 30 days, these two indices seem to be having one of the best seasonality among all the sectors. And we also figured out two or three stock setups based on that. So let's just focus on that first. Then I'll be going to other things like FIDI as well as the Nifty Bank Nifty chart. So let me show you guys again in seasonality. I ran this test yesterday, that is on 5th, for the next 30 days based on last 10 years of seasonality, and I selected only the indices here. And the healthcare and pharma index were at top, giving us a probability of that these indices can lead. Now, since today's date, if I put today's date, so it will calculate from today's date for the next 30 days. So the result seems pretty much same. The next thing we did was we observed the components of this stock of these sectors on the Dow trend as well as the RMI scanner. So let me select both of these indices. Yeah. So I've selected Nifty Healthcare and Nifty Pharma. So yesterday we saw a couple of stocks giving down to up signals. I think one was Pfizer and one was Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma is already up today, and today we are getting two more down to up signals in this sector. Uh, one is Divis Lab, another one is Zydus Life. So slowly, more and more stocks can join in from this sector since this whole sector as a whole can have a good period for the next few days. Let's check the RMI scanner as well. So three new buy signals again today. Yesterday also we had two signals. Right now, if I click pharma and healthcare, three new signals that we can see is one is Alchem, another one is Oro Pharma. You can see the bullish crossover happening here, and the other one is Divis. So please note, this is all just observations based on scans and seasonality, not a recommendation or a trading advice. So this is just a follow-up to what we observed yesterday, and how can we use different scanners to basically jot down to few names where we can, you know, allocate our efforts. So that's pretty much it on this. Let's now just let me select the whole FNO basket and see if there are any new signals here. So quite a few new buy as well as new sell signals. The new buy are mostly from the sector we have already watching. Apart from that, mostly new sell signals are there. So one needs to check these each chart on its own, whether or not there is a risk to their setups, individual setups or not. So with that quick insight, let's jump on to FIDI data for yesterday and see if anything changed there. So no real change. Again, FIs were net sellers for 1,700 crores, and DIs were marginally less of a figure in terms of buying, that it was 1077. In terms of derivatives, I found this data slightly confusing, particularly because there was very small buying in index futures, but as you can see, there was increase in index calls as well as in index puts up to the extent of 2,57,000 contracts. So both calls were bought as well as puts were bought. So not sure if it gives any directional view on that. And okay, there is a comment. Very attractive demo of seasonal scanner. The scanner has thrown up nice fun. Thank you. Yeah, that's what my motive was, to show you how to be using that. So that's how you can also use and jot down onto a sector. No, what I did was basically found a sector and then drill down into stock. But you can run the seasonality directly on stocks also to have a more aggressive approach. So that is up to you. Uh, Next, let me go to the sentiment and see if we have any change there. So the positioning is not much change, but in terms of swing, we did hit 80 on the daily swing, and then we ever since we have pulled off. Today's live value is around 62 on the momentum swing, which means it has pulled off a bit. In terms of average swing, it touched 79 yesterday, and today's live reading is around 76. So average swing is not yet overbought, but other indicators are trying to get out of oversold range slowly, like the put call ratio. It went oversold here, and we are seeing some pickup in the data. So not big changes yet, but some cooling off is happening slowly. So as we are talking, I'm seeing the market Nifty is also showing some kind of recovery. So let's have a look at diffusion as well. So this is kind of surprising. As you can see, even though we are down from yesterday, but Nifty's stocks above the 20-day average are right now at 70. Yesterday's figure was 66. So actually, more stocks are crossing their 20-day average. If we talk about today's session, that is a bit surprising. Same is the case with 50-day average. So stocks are slowly trying to cross their hurdles on the way up. So that is actually a good sign. Let's see the stocks with the bullish RMI signal as well. So this was the only indicator that looked overbought at 86 yesterday. So today it has cooled off a bit to about 80. So this is something we need to keep watching if any negative divergences build up. But yeah, there's always a combination of things that one needs to look at. So that is a quick review of how the overall market is looking like based on the tools we use here. If you have any questions, just let me know while I try to go into the actual charts of Nifty and Bank Nifty, and let's see if there is anything interesting there. So Nifty has been sustaining above its key daily moving averages. Also, it has crossed above this downward sloping trend line, and it has been up. Today's real body is appearing a bit negative, but overall, uh, it probably looks like some slight dip. So that's what we will have a look at. And in terms of the MACD, we did get a confirmed signal a couple of sessions back. So we are seeing a green histogram developing there. So that is also a good sign. Going to the setup. So today's action has been the highs close to the daily upper Bollinger Band by a small margin. And from there on, it has seen some correction in the intraday. Let's see the early chart. So as you can see, we got a new sell signal here in yesterday's session, and since then Nifty has consolidated a bit, came back to its early supports, and even broke the 20-hour average for a couple of candles. It's back above that now. So once it tries to sustain above it, we'll get the main two confirmations, which is downtrend turning back into up on the hourly, as well as the RMI giving a fresh crossover. So hourly chart is something one can watch out for if one is interested in the short term trading. Let's go to Bank Nifty. So this is still weaker than the Nifty, still unable to decisively cross above the 10-day average. So for 2 days, it has taken the support at the 10-day average, and today it is looking as if it's breaking it. Let's look at a bigger average, that is a 20-day average. So 20-day, it's trying to hold above it. The level is 44284. Since today is a weekly expiration as well, there can be some sort of pressure here. Let's go to the setup. So daily setup, it has been trying to hold above both the daily and both the 20 and 40 averages. Today it is breaking below the 40-day average, which is 44,507. So that is 44,500 is also a resistance level from options data point of view. And the 20-day average, which is at 44284, it should be a good support for today's session. Let's look at the hourly as well. So similar to Nifty, it gave a sell crossover yesterday, and since then, market has corrected a bit, even broke its hourly averages. So it's yet to give any other bullish signal on the hourly chart. So Bank Nifty remains to be slightly weaker as compared to Nifty, but uh, it may be largely because of the what you can say, the weekly expiry. Yeah, correct. So I missed having a look at the FNO data. About 77 stocks are showing long build-up and 82 are showing short build-up. So that also is half an hour. So sector rotation is the key here. One needs to be in the right sectors to be positioned well. And same is visible from the heat map as well. So this is just a 1 day heat map. If I try to run it since this week, let's say from Monday, then from last 3 days also, you can see the sectors that are at top is media, healthcare, pharma, oil and gas, FMCG. So maybe some short-term sector rotation is happening out. One needs to be careful and watch out for which sectors are doing well, and based on that, one needs to plan their trades and investments. So let me know if there are any questions or doubts regarding any tools. I'm waiting for questions to pop up, so I'll wait for a couple of minutes. If there are no questions, we can wrap it up for today. There is one question popping up on the other channel that I can see. Okay, I got one in this stream as well about India. It is trading below all key averages, touching the 10-day average today. MACD is also bearish. So let me just go to the setup. Let's try to go from weekly down to daily and hourly. So weekly, it seems to be having good cycles, as in it moves well and then pullbacks to the weekly averages again, moves up and pulls back. Right in current week, it has pulled back to 20-week average and it is forming a sort of a hammer on the weekly chart. But this hammer will we get to know only on weekly closing basis. So this candle is not yet complete. In terms of daily, we are seeing some recovery here, but it is still below the daily averages. As you can see, none of the factor is yet in green mode on the daily. So one needs to be careful and watch out for confirmations before entering into such setups. I'll not be going down to hourly because that can be too short a time frame for this stock. And yeah, that's pretty much it. One can wait for higher high, higher low formation as a first step to get a confirmation. Just one more question. Can we find reversal candidates with RMI? Yes. So you can go to the scanners and go with scanner. And here you can see what all signals are coming in the live session today. So once I've selected live, whichever time frame you want to see. So let's say you are interested in daily time frame. Daily may you can click on new sell as well as new buy. New basically means the crossovers that are happening in today's session. So these are all the new signals based on RMI. Now each and every chart you have to look whether or not it suits your own setup or not, right? So if you're interested in a sell signal, you would have to check whether or not that setup fulfills your sell criteria or not. Or similar is the way with the buy signal. So this is how you can find new signals with RMI scan. Jayant is asking analyze paper stocks. Okay. The stock has been giving good moves as it looks from the chart. Let's go to weekly. So weekly new buy was back in the end of July here, somewhere here, and now it has actually picked up momentum. So one can use smaller time frame charts to get entry and exit into such setups. That is a combination of daily or even hourly based on how you trade or invest. So yeah, it looks to be a good setup. Such setups can be used. What are any other paper stocks you want me to check? Any of these? All seem to be up to date. Andhra. Okay. This is also a weekly new buy came on 14th of August. And even on the classical method, if we see this looks like a good range breakout here. It's breaking out of this range. And on daily there was a new buy signal back here and then again on 4th of September. So yeah, this looks like a good range breakout. One can surely participate into such setups based on lower time frame signals. You can also check volume and delivery here, whether or not uh, the volume that you're seeing is getting good amount of delivery percentage lately or not. So let me see. First and 4th September, you can see here there was a good amount of delivered quantity, that is 1 lakh shares and 180, which is higher than usual quantity. So if volume is rising with the rise in delivery quantity, that is also a good sign. Uh, One more question is there. Can I say RMI is a little ahead in giving fresh entry exit signals? Yeah, it is a bit faster indicator based on rate of change that Rohit has developed. So yeah, it may appear a little bit faster if you compare it with other momentum indicators or MACD. Yeah, RMI can you can say that. So I guess that's pretty much it for today's session. If there are not any more questions, let's wrap it up. Okay. Uh, Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow.